Okay, welcome to another episode of Motivational Monday, where each one teach one. Guard your heart by making sure you are only listening to pleasant, life-giving words. If there's something on TV or radio that isn't bringing life to your soul, turn it off. If someone's having a conversation that's not uplifting or protect or productive, don't be a part of it. Choose to meditate on God's word, which, according to the Hebrews, is living and active and full of pleasant word. As you choose life by choosing life, giving words, you will see God's healing operating in your life. You will feel strength and peace in your soul, and you will move forward into the abundance life God has in store for you. Father, thank you for your word which become flesh. Thank you for the gift of the Holy Spirit that lives within us. Thank you for your word which is true, that sets us free. We repent today from any word that have brought distraction into our lives of those around us. We ask that you uproot every negative seed and help us to always choose words of life. Search us and know our hearts. I pray in Jesus' name. Amen and amen. Hi, Philia. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Phyllis. I'm missing you, man. I'm going through withdrawals. Like, hurry up. I know you've enjoyed yourself. Trinidad has had enough of you. It's time to come back to the States and be here. I'm so happy you had a great time with the
Yes.
ladies that surprised you. I
Yeah.
wanted to be so part of that, but God has plans. So, God willing, maybe next year we'll be there
Yes.
representing TNT.
Well, I have to say, God is always good and his mercy enjoyed forever.
Right.
And, it's just a blessing to be alive in the land of the living.
Yes.
And I just want
Amen.
to take the time out to just shout out all those people that meet me and say, I watched the podcast. Where's your friend? Is she coming to Trinidad? That's you. Okay. So I guess we have to
Oh,
make a guest appearance sometime
we
in Trinidad.
have to. Yes. And it
And
doesn't have to be for carnival. It could just be mid-year. I mean, as
media.
long as I have the time, I'll come. Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yes,
So I just
without
want to
question.
shout out all my supporters because some of them is not even my friend, but I guess they stream the live. So thank you very
Oh,
much
yes, thank
for
you.
logging on and just spreading the vibes always, right?
Amen. I
So
love it.
Philia, what's the word of this week?
Okay, the word of the week is gratuitous. Gratuitous means free, but it also is it means things that are not necessarily appropriate or justified. Gratuitous.
Very, very good. And we want to say, like and share the page, please. Please go to YouTube, subscribe our page. It's all about each one, teach one. All right.
Yes.
So today's health tip, I'm going to talk about what the heart does. All right. Good night, Diane. The function of the heart are to pump blood and oxygen around the body and deliver waste products, carbon dioxide, back to the lungs to be removed. The heart consists of four chambers, each separate by valves which direct the flow of blood. Your heart's main function is to move blood throughout your body. What are the function of the heart? A body system is collection of parts able to work together to serve a common purpose, growth, reproduction, and survival. A typical heart has two upper and two lower chamber. The upper chamber, the right and the left atria, receive incoming blood. The lower chamber, the more muscular right and left ventricles pump blood out of your heart. Blood comes into the right atrium from the body, moves into the right ventricle, and is pushed into the pulmonary arteries into your lungs. After picking up oxygen, the blood travels back to the heart through the pulmonary veins into the left atrium, to the left ventricle, and out to of the body tissue through the aorta. What are the three main functions of your heart? As the central part of the circulatory system, the heart is responsible for pumping blood, supplying oxygen and nutrients, and removing metabolic waste such as carbon dioxide from all the tissue in your body. Most heart attacks involve discomfort in the center or left side of the chest. The lasts for more than a few minutes or that goes away and comes back. The discomfort can feel like an uncomfortable pressure, squeezing, fullness of pain, feeling weak, lightheaded, or faint. You may also break out into cold sweats. The heart plays the following role in the human body: pumping oxygenated blood to other parts of the body, circulating hormones and other essential substances to different parts of the body, receiving oxygen, pour blood and pumping to the lungs for oxygenation, transporting waste product from the body, maintaining blood pressure. The right side of your heart receives the deoxygenated blood that has just traveled around your body. It pumps the blood to the lungs to collect a fresh supply of oxygen. The left side of your heart pumps to the reoxygenated blood around the body. A hollow muscular organ of vertebrate animal that by its rhythmic construction act as a force pumping, maintaining circulation of the blood. So your heart is the main function of your whole body when you look at it. Phila, you hear me?
Yes, I said yes, I agree. I said yes, your heart obviously is, when they say let's get to the heart of the situation, it is one of the main features because it is responsible for pumping blood to all the parts of your body. And I find it interesting that the right side of your body does something from the left side. I
Ye-
just thought they all do the same thing. So
Yes.
that's really interesting. And you know what? When I think of all these scientific things, it makes me specifically really think about how God works, because even living is a miracle. Like
Yes.
when you think of our lives, like we take it for granted. We think, oh yeah, we just here because we're here. But even the way our body works and how hearing side is the oxygenated and the left side is this, and that's all a miracle. That's not science.
Yes, it's not.
It's like how who is responsible to do those intricate details. Even when you think of you know even in the scriptures, when God knew us before before we were even in the womb. So to have those types of details and that type of intricacy is just so amazing. And we getting older and being closer to God now just makes me really realize and appreciate life for real.
Yeah,
Because when this air stops, that's it.
that's
So
it.
we
Yeah.
gotta be
So
grateful
that's
that
the
we can take
exactly.
another breath. This free
Yes.
air, that's what they said, the best things in life are free. This free air is the
Yes.
best thing. It's better than anything you could ask for, because when you can't get it, that's when you start calling on God, right?
Yes. Yes.
And you're not getting air, you're not getting that life. So be appreciative of the little things. That's what this is teaching me.
Yes. I want to shout out Diane Wilson, Lourdes, who is locked on, Raymond Roach, Mervyn Springer, Shawnette, Nicole. Good night, everyone. Thanks again for locking in.
Thank you, guys.
We want to say shout outs to all who's having a birthday today. We would like to say happy
Happy, happy
birthday.
birthday. It's Aquarius
Yes,
season. Happy
still,
birthday,
right?
Aquarius.
And if you had a birthday past weekend, hope that you
Yes.
had fun and just continue to be blessed. right?
Yes. Stay blessed, people.
So, Philia and
Mm-hmm.
guys, we want to hear your feedback. We are going to play an audio, and you're going to listen to this young lady speaking. And our topic today will be on her, right? So, I'm going to play the clip now, guys. Listen, and we need your feedback. I'm sorry, I had to raise up the volume. If I love you, I can't lie to you. Okay, let me start it over. I'll take off Marie. If I love you, I can't lie to you. Of course you can lie to me. And you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. What Billie Holiday say, hush now, don't explain. All right, I accept that. Of course you lie to me. And I don't even want to care. What does the truth matter? And why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else? You lied when you smiled at that kid on the job, right? Lie to me, smile. Treat me the same way you would treat him. I can't treat you. You must. Because I've got the frowns and the anger. He's happy with you. Of course he doesn't know you're unhappy. You grin at him all day long. You come home and I catch hell because I love him. I get least of you. I get the very minimum. And I'm saying, fake it with me. That message is gonna go over a lot of y'all head, I guarantee it. Yes. So this is going to be our topic today, Philia. So let's go. So what do
All
you think
right.
about it?
Okay. So, okay, first of all, I hearing it is so different from
Living it.
I living it. Yes, because when this lady is saying lie to me, like we hear when we hear that word, we think of deceit, right?
Yes. Yes.
And it's so negative. But what she's saying, which I find interesting, is that you reserve your temper for everyone else, but when it comes to your family and your loved ones and the people closest to you, you unleash all the frustrations you feel from the outside, everything that is going on internally, you unleash it to the people you love the most. But
Right.
you will not unleash to your boss. You will not unleash to a stranger. You will
Right.
not unleash, like, why is it that the people who treat you well, the people who love you, the people who are dear to you, why must they get the brunt of your issues, the brunt of your unhappiness? So when she says lie to me, he's like, oh, I can't lie. No, yes you can, because you're lying to your boss that you hate going to work every day.
Every day.
You
Right.
lied to, the token booth clerk. You lied
Yes.
to, the cashier. Lie to
Yes.
me too. What's the
Yes.
problem? Just like you smile to them, fake it and smile to me too. And I I think I agree. It's crazy, but I think I get it. I think
Right.
I completely get it. And it's almost like it's almost metaphorical, because what she's saying is that all that smile, smile, smile
Smile.
is
Yes.
not real. So if
Yes.
you can do that for them, then make me happy and
Me-
smile, smile, smile to me too.
Yeah.
I don't care. Fake, you hear the term fake it till you
Fake
make
it
it.
till you
Then
make
you
it.
know what? Fake it until you make it. Fake it until you start to really believe in the smiling, and everything will be okay.
Right. Because at the end of the day, you don't know if they'll be talking the truth anyway, right?
Right, right. So it's an interesting concept. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, as she said, lie to me. Because anyhow you take it, is like one and a half or ten a dozen, how the old people they say it, right? So, as you said rightfully, if you could lie to your boss, oh, I hate my job, but you're going to work every day. I love my job, and you know you don't like your job. You know, some of your kids, you don't like them either, but you lie to them or you have favoritism with them. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the same thing when you come home to your family or your loved one. They want to get that love too. You know what I'm saying? So I could understand from her point of view with why she say lie to me. You know, to make it, I guess, more comfortable.
So this and we want to ask the audience, like, what is your take on that audio that you just heard? I mean, I think those who are in the chat may have already seen it if you did play it, but
Yeah.
everyone who's on this live has heard it. Do you think in relationships that sometimes you have to fake it till you make it? Or do you think that you always have to be genuine? Accept me, take me as I am, or leave me. What is the best approach in making relationships work? Because on one end, I agree that you should be honest and should be full honesty,
Right.
but the truth hurts a lot.
A lot.
And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be honest with people, but I think there's diplomacy sometimes. You could
Yes.
have diplomacy because you have to realize that you can bruise people's egos, you
Emotions.
could bruise their emotions, you could bruise their feelings when you say certain things, even if it's the truth. There's a way to still tell somebody something without hurting them.
Yeah.
And I think when we have our loved ones, sometimes we don't think about the bruising. We just think,
No.
hey, I'm telling you like it is, take it or leave it.
Yes.
And is that really the approach that you need to do things in life?
Right.
Or should you be diplomatic and still tell the truth and be honest, but be nice about it or be
Yeah.
pleasant about it? You
I
know,
yeah, I
yes,
agree
go
with
ahead.
you to be pleasant about it because I know I'm a straight talker, right? So half of the time I just ask the Lord to put a bridle on my tongue, meaning help me not to say half of the things that I would like to say, you know? Because if I really tell you what I really would like to say, you will get upset and you wouldn't be my friend because I will keep it 100 and with my family also, you know? So I understand in that sense. I get quiet and I rather not speak. I will just look from a distance, you know, than lie to you because lying to you meaning I'm not true to myself. And sometimes, Philia, I do hear a lot of things, revelation, and I will keep it within myself. Sometimes I don't think I want to divulge my information where I get it. You understand? But that's not lying to you. That is me knowing and just not talking. Nicole said, but why have to lie when you can keep it real with me? I should be the one person you should be real with. We ought to be able to work through whatever we are faced in. Dwayne is saying, tell the truth with consideration. I like that. To get the point across, but not in a belittling manner. I could agree with this, because I think words you cannot take back. Um, sometimes people tell you hurtful things, sometimes people reproach you. You can't take back those things that you already said. That means it was on your mind. So that's a great point, Dwayne. Nicole is saying a true friend should be able to keep it real. It's not it's not we say, but it's not what you say, but how we say it. I think too sometimes they get defensive and they I find people don't know how to communicate, whether it be friends or family. And that is a problem. And I think it starts from inception, what you grow, how you learn, you know. And Philia, they always say with age bring reason. And that is a true statement because the older you get, the more calm you just get, the more reasoning you just get. You choose your battles, you choose just not to fight. You know? What are your thoughts?
I agree. I think with age comes reason, comes wisdom. My thing is like I think in when you think about the idea of being honest with people, you have to understand that sometimes it's hard to tell an adult what to do, right?
Right. Yeah.
People sometimes don't like to take advice. They like to
Yeah.
give it or they
Yeah.
like to dish it, but
Yes.
they can't take it. So
Correct.
I think that if you are a person of integrity and you're a person of accountability, you will realize you'll learn to accept that if I can dish it, then I should be able to take it. The thing is, sometimes it's so difficult to tell an adult or tell somebody you're dating what to do, or you could maybe suggest it, but at the end of the day, the person is going to do what they want to do.
At the end
So
of
I
the day, right?
at the end of the day, right? So I still think that I believe that the best relationships are the ones where you are also very good friends,
Right.
because I always believe truly, like especially if it's a romantic relationship specifically. I'm gonna talk about romantic relationships, and then I'm just gonna talk about regular,
Okay. So
agape kind of
hold
love.
your point. And
Okay.
Nicole is saying in all friendship there must be proper communication.
Mhm.
Dwayne is also saying also some people don't know how to be receptive of honesty. And I think Dwayne hitting some good points tonight,
Yes.
because that's true. Not
Right.
everybody wants to
It's
hear the
receptive.
truth.
Right.
Not everybody is receptive to it. And this goes across the board
Right.
with your job, your love life, your family. Sometimes they think like you bashing them. Sometimes they think, well, oh, she feel I'm better than her. And
Right.
sometimes it's just the love that you have for them and you want to see them go good. They may
Right.
not take it in that manner.
Right.
So shouting out June, Dane, Tiffany, welcome guys.
Welcome, guys.
Um, so you want me to play it over for the ones
Yes,
that
I
just
think
logging in?
those who are just coming in, please, definitely, so
Yeah.
that they can get a taste of what's really happening.
So I'm going to play this recording over, guys, and we want to hear your feedback, okay? I think I muted it. Hold on, because I didn't want to hear the ping, ping, ping
Mhm.
while I
saying, watch this. If I love you, I can't lie to you. Of course you can lie to me. And you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. When Billie Holiday say, hush now, don't explain. All right, I accept that. Of course you lie to me. And I don't even want to care. What does the truth matter? And why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else? You lied when you smiled at that kid on the job, right? Lie to me, smile. Treat me the same way you would treat him. I can't treat you. You must. You must. Because I've caught the frowns and the anger. He's happy with you. Of course he doesn't know you're unhappy. You grin at him all day long. You come home and I catch hell because I love you. I get least of you. I get the very minimum. And I'm saying, fake it with me. That message is gonna go over a lot of y'all head, I guarantee it.
so that's the discussion that we're talking about today. Do you like people to keep it real with you 100? Do you think that people should lie sometimes to you? Good night, Vogo.
To
Or
appease
do
you
you
or to
think
make you feel
to
better.
please you,
Mhm.
to make you feel better? Or you
Right.
would like somebody to keep it 100 with you
Right.
despite your feelings?
Right.
Dwayne is saying, I'll tell you something. That woman cry for affection, attention. She wants him to be gentle with her.
Hmm. You dropping gems, Dwayne.
Yeah,
Dropping gems.
Dwayne, you're doing very good. 10 out of 10. 10
I,
out
I,
of 10
I,
tonight for Dwayne.
I agree. I think the reason why she's saying I rather you than lie to me is because at the end of the day, she wants affection. So any
Yeah,
way you can give it to her, and the only way you can show affection is to be soft. So I'm here, I smile, you come in, I'm making your food, I'm serving, she's serving her man, she's trying to be the best version of herself, and he's like taking off his coat, his shoes. I don't want to talk about it. Where's my dinner? You know,
right.
I'm not
Ignore it.
interested right now. Yeah, like it's not gentle. So she's like the same way you could be gentle with your boss that you can't stand is the same way when you're
You-
mad, you could be gentle with me no matter what. It's like almost like check yourself at the door before you come home.
Right,
Like
right.
there are a lot of people who say I don't bring work home
Me
because it
too.
frustrates me. It
I
takes
think
away
so.
from my family. It takes
Yeah,
away from me.
yeah,
So check it at the door. The minute I walk in the door, I'm me, I'm mommy, or whatever it is. I'm not the mommy at work. It's like,
right.
or whatever the case might be, right? So I think there's something to be said with that. In any relationship you have, whether it's a love interest, whether it's your family, whether
Friendship.
it's your friends, you check your crap at the door. When you walk in, don't bring that stuff from the outside. You
Right.
have to put on several faces, several masks. And I don't know it's fake, but it's not fake. It's
Right.
saying that I'm making a conscious effort to be better.
Right.
Because yes, I didn't have a good day, but you didn't do wrong to me. So why am I upset with you?
Right.
That's the
Okay.
reality. The
Hold,
reality is it's
hold,
okay to be mad.
hold one point here because you know the
Okay.
typing tonight.
Okay.
Dane is saying the truth, the, the truth hurts, but I want the truth. June is saying better off being honest because once I find out you lying, I would never trust you again. You will continue to deceive me. Correct? June is also saying if you disrespecting me, you don't love me. Correct? Dwayne is saying, I think she wants a man to put in the effort to love her. That's a clip from back in the day when
Yes.
men had to bow down and kiss their boss ass. Things were different back then.
Right.
Dane is saying, I want to hear from you that from not from the outside. I know I will be hurt, but when the outside brings the news, I know already I am not shocked. June is saying, just be honest. And I think too, a lot of people don't be honest and they come with the lie. And when you find out, it's worse off because what is better? I rather the person tell me, hey, Phyllis, I messed up. I went out there, X, Y, and Z. If it's a first time thing, and it depends on my mood or the age that I'm at right now, I may say, I'll forgive you, but don't do it again. You understand what I'm saying? Because you have slip ups. Now, I distinct realistic. It's better you do things in front of my eye. If you have to watch a woman, do it in front of my eye. Don't wait till my back turn and then you're doing these foolishness. You understand what I mean? Or you're a man, men are hunters. Be respectful and do it in accordance, not to bring that kind of less of a self-esteem to your partner. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And
So,
she's lacking love, as Dwayne says, she's lacking love
right.
and she's hurt.
Right. Right. So she's looking for that attention. So even
Yes,
if it means a lie, she's
yes,
willing to take it because all she wants is for you to be kind and be nice.
yeah,
So there are two different things we're talking about here, Phyllis. So I think what we don't want to mislead our audience. Yes, everything everyone is saying is very true, but I don't know if particularly that's what she's saying about lying, mean that lie to me about cheating on me or lie to me about cheat, having women on the outside and you come home and be nice to me. I don't think that's what she's saying. I think she's more saying what Dwayne is mentioning, where she's saying, show me kindness, show
right,
me love,
right,
show me tenderness.
right.
That's why she said,
Meekness,
that's what
humbleness.
she's talking about, the lying. It's like, even if you're having a bad day, it's okay.
Yes,
Be fake with me because it's not fair that I get that crap that you feeling when I didn't do you anything. That's a little different from what we're all with other things everybody's talking about, because I do think also when she says lie, we're taking it like, what? No, we want honesty. No, we want this. No, we want that. So I want us to like kind of focus on specifically what she's saying, and then we can bring it back to the whole idea of honesty, because even though it's the same word, we're talking levels in a little bit. And the reason why I'm saying levels is like, a lie is a lie, the truth is the truth. But
right,
I think the lie she's talking about is not saying lie to go be with other women and come
right.
fake with me, but lie meaning that the same way you lied to your boss by smiling in his face when you pissed at him,
Respect. I
also
think,
lie to
yes,
me
she
and
wants
smile
the
in my
respect
face.
and she wants the love.
Exactly.
Yes,
That's what it
yes,
is, I think we're talking about. So maybe let's bring it back and answer that. Then let's bring that on to the second level of lying, which is no, be honest, period. If you feeling crappy and you feel like lashing out, then lash out. I'd
right.
rather you not be fake with me. That's another situation that we can now discuss. So that's all. I just
Okay.
wanted to point that out.
So June is saying, be honest, we can work through it.
Good.
Exactly, we can work through it. Dwayne is saying, as a man, we have to check ourselves and our emotions prior to coming home from a stressful day. and sometimes we don't have time to unwind prior to coming home. So it boils over. We are not always right because both men and women could be irritated at the same time and things blow up. June is saying we are not perfect. Dana is saying, but Philia, if you are saying lie to me, you are opening up a bag of worms. Rosie saying good night, everyone. Okay, Dwayne is saying, let's bring something to light also. There are men today who want to come home to love, and the woman could cold like concrete.
Okay.
Right?
So
So he
that's what
doing
we're
a
focusing
reverse.
on.
He doing
Right.
a
So the
reverse scenario because I love how he talking tonight and we getting
yes,
a man point of view. Eh?
Dwayne, we got to bring you on, man. This is awesome. Okay. So what Dwayne
And
is
wait,
talking
let me
about,
just read June point here.
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're not coming home happy every day. That's not realistic. She means he can't be himself when he comes home.
Okay, and June is completely right. Right.
Right.
So again, June, right? We're gonna address that. Right. He should be able to come home and feel what he feels. My thing is you're still responsible to treat the people around you kindly, especially if those people did not bring this anger or bring the frustrations out to you. So there has to be a way that if you don't have time to unwind, even if it means, hey honey, give a kiss on the lip or cheek or whatever you do, whatever way you show affection, and say, I need to be alone for a little minute to unwind. No, just get me some tea. I'm good right now, or I kind of don't want to talk about it. Either way, you're still being gentle to the person who's showing you love. That's what I'm addressing that. But now Dwayne is saying men who show affection and women are cold.
Oh, yes.
Why are the women cold? Are they
Yes.
cold because they think you're a liar? Are they cold because that's the way you met them? Because if that's the case, how can you complain now about them being cold when you met them cold? When
But
you thought
sometimes,
that was gonna change?
no, but Philia, you have to think about it realistically. Sometimes people fall out of love.
Good.
Sometimes the things that you doing and you stop
Mm-hmm.
doing it, and then your partner now looking for what he accustomed getting, and you're not
Got you.
giving it to him. I think Dwayne is talking about it in that context.
Okay,
The
fair. So
reciprocation, what he not getting, so
okay,
you
and
come home
like you.
showing love, no
Mm-hmm.
kiss, good afternoon,
Okay.
honey, not answer, you're grumpy, you go, you understand what
Grumpy
I'm saying?
Smurf.
Yeah. So
Okay, that's a very fair statement, Phyllis, and thank you for clearing that up. Yes, when people do fall out of love, yes, that can happen. But
yeah,
if you fall out of love, it still doesn't mean you got to be cruel to somebody,
right,
right? I think that if you, and that's why when I talked about having a good friendship in your relationship, that's why. Because if you think about it, Phyllis, between you and your longtime friend, I'm gonna call her name out, Colleen.
yeah.
Never have you ever had an argument with Colleen? Yes or no?
No, we never argue for
Exactly.
Carrie's
I have
34 years.
Right. I have friends like that too. Never. When I talk about no raising voice,
No,
no agree to disagree, no,
no,
like literally never had an argument with them in my life. And we are friends 30, 40, 50 years later, right? So
right,
what I'm saying is that if you're friends with your partner, there's certain things you just won't do to that person. I don't care if you're mad at them. I don't care if you fall out of love with them. You won't do certain things because you value your friendship with that person. So
right,
some people don't like to mix the two because they think it's hard to be real. When people say, "Oh, my husband's my best friend," or "My wife is my best friend," or "My girlfriend's my," it sounds cliche,
right,
right? But when you truly are very good friends or best friends with your loved one, right? It's a different level of you're more playful. The stress is a little kind of different because maybe both of you feel ownership of whatever the stress is. Um, you can talk to that person and that person doesn't think you have a hidden agenda. That's what friends do for each other. So
okay,
why can't you be friends
okay. So,
and still be
stand by.
lovers?
Stand by
Mm-hmm.
here. It's a lot of comments. Hold on. June is
Okay.
saying you're not coming home happy every day. That's why it's not real. Okay. Dwayne is saying she means he can't be himself when he comes home. That's what June is saying. Dwayne is saying no need to lash out. Communicate and express your feelings from both sides and acknowledge your partner's feelings and still cater to each others' ego and feelings. Oh my God, Dwayne, like he take a class in this.
Then
June is saying,
somebody gonna marry you. Somebody gonna marry you, Dwayne, if you
I,
already not married.
I think he talking from experience, right? June is saying that's hard sometimes for guys to be expressive. Don't get me wrong, that can't be every day. Dwayne is saying, let me tell you something. As a marksman, it takes nothing for a man to check his side piece and come home like nothing bothering him. When I was married, I cheated every chance I get because I wasn't loved properly. June is saying, uh, get out the relationship if it's not working. If he's not doing that to you, you are not happy, don't settle. Good night, Jason. Dana is saying, agree that becoming friends with have a better relationship. Um,
That's a lot. A lot of people are saying a lot of good things, and nobody is wrong. I think it's really interesting, right? Because I'm
yeah,
listening to what everything June is saying, and then and I'm like, you know what? You're right. A man or woman should be able to come home and be what they are. If they pissed and angry and bitchy, then that's what they are. If they're
right,
jerks, and then that's what they are. But what I'm saying is that still don't do that to the person who's trying to check for you. The person who's saying, "Are you okay? How was your day?" Maybe some people don't do that. Maybe people don't ask how was your day. That's possible. So you don't feel appreciated. But
right,
all of these are fundamental things that already are cracked in your relationship.
right.
That's why, again, it comes back to the friendship, because when you value your friendships, correct? You check
Yes,
on your friends, even if you don't talk to them every day. If
right,
something is going on, you take that burden. You're like, hey, you're not by yourself here. Look at me, talk to me. I'm coming over. You need to shower. You need to drink some soup. That same kind of friendship is the same thing when your man or your woman comes home and they're not feeling good and their boss pissed them off. It's like, hey, I didn't kick you down. So hold on. If you want some alone time, I got you, but we're gonna talk about this. At the end of the
but
day, you can
Philia,
still treat your
let me
relationship like that.
Philia, let me bring this point to you on the other hand.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they may not have that communication skill within both partners. Now, I
Mm-hmm.
think if you are a working person,
Mm-hmm.
you come home, you leave the work by the door and you pick it up tomorrow morning when you go back into the door. That is me. I think
Mm-hmm.
when you come home, family time, whether it be husband, girlfriend, children, they need your attention. And I think people have to separate the difference and learn to separate it. Not because you pissed off and work, you coming home with your anger. You don't want to talk. From the time you see the expression on the face, you don't even want to approach this person because some people not approachable. Some people living with people and they're not approachable. You have to look at it at that end too, Philia. Not
Right.
only the communication side of it. You understand? Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Virgo is saying we are all human. Do things
Mm-hmm.
happen, but that's the supportive part of the relationship or friendship. Sometimes you just have to sometimes listen. Dwayne is saying, Philia, sorry, but being angry and bitchy, man or woman, will not cut it. Ask yourself, are my words and reaction constructive or destructive to my relationship with my partner?
Right.
Ding,
No,
ding,
well, Dwayne,
ding.
I'm on your side here. I'm
Yeah,
saying that there are people who come home and are like that, and it's not an excuse. So I'm agreeing with you, Wayne. Dwayne. I'm saying that regardless of the matter, it's unfair because that means there's a fundamental issue with your relationship that you are behaving that way to your significant other. That's what I'm saying because I've suffered from relationships like that. I don't experience that now, but in the past the person I was with was unapproachable. The face always turned inside out, upside down. The frown never becomes a smile. They come in, they barely say hi to anybody. They go straight upstairs and they're expecting food. They're expecting, sex. They're expecting all this other stuff and they're not giving anything out. You understand what I'm trying to say? So
yeah.
I know what that feels like to be with a human being like that. So I'm also speaking from experience saying it's unfair. You have another person here who is like the light. I'm the light. I'm like, hello, like I didn't wrong you. I didn't kick you down. I didn't whatever's going on with you, you're gonna have to learn to check it at the door. Or if you don't, then let me know that you need some time to yourself so you don't take that frustration out on me, because at the end of the day, I'm not your enemy. That's all I'm saying. So even if you don't have good communication, you should be able to still stand for yourself. Like, it's not fair that you treat me this way.
Right.
I'm not a good communicator with you, but it's also not fair that you treat me like this because I did nothing to you. So even if you're not a great communicator, you should be able to articulate that, because you're still protecting who you are by
Right.
saying to your partner, don't do that.
Right.
Whatever is going on with you, don't do that, because that's not fair to me. I think if anybody's reasonable, they won't now curse you, oh, clear out, F off. And I don't know. I mean, that person will have to be literally vicious or mean to be able to do that. And I'm not saying there are people who will do that, where
Right.
it's like, who the hell are you? And they might get in an argument with you. But anybody who has a little bit of sanity in them, or a little bit integrity, or some type of morale, would understand that and maybe take a step back and chill for a little bit. So that's the only thing I was just saying, is that if you're already not friends and you've never developed that relationship,
Right.
you should be able to articulate that, don't treat me like that because I don't deserve that. That's all I was saying.
But
That's
and two, the person have to know that type of behavior, you have to know boundaries. We're not going there, you know.
hmm hmm
June is saying relationship takes a lot of work.
yeah.
Both have to be selfless. When they come home, greet each other, eat dinner, bathe, and
hmm
have quiet time. Don't nag each other.
Right. I
Marina is
agree, June.
saying
And
if you have
go
to
ahead,
drop,
Phyllis. Mhm.
huh?
No, 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 I'm sorry. You were reading. Go ahead.
Yeah, Marina is saying if you have to drop everything at the door, then I feel like I have to be restricted from discussing things openly. There is a difference with this happening once in a while as opposed to being consistent and
Okay.
impacting the family.
I agree to that too. So let me
Hold
just
on, let
respond
me
to that
read the
person.
last one. Dwayne is
Okay.
also saying correct. But as a woman, you have to be gentle when saying that also. But your key word is reasonable. You cannot reason with an unreasonable person.
Person. Agreed.
Great. 10 out of
So
10.
so good. So yes. So Dwayne hit it on the nail, right? And who was the person that said you
Marina.
Marina? Okay, so Marina, I agree too, right? But I'm saying, when we say drop it at the door, meaning that take that deep breath. The same woosah that you did, that you
At
did
work.
not curse your boss out, right?
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
the same woosah that you do when you come getting ready to come through the door, because now your kids are gonna greet you, your family might greet you or not, because their households people don't greet each other, which is crazy. But hey, no judgment on any family, right? That's just the dynamics of who your family members are, right? But what I'm saying is that that same woosah that you did to restrain yourself is the same woosah I'm talking about before you walk in the house. It doesn't mean that you're being fake about it. It just means that you're being conscious about it. It's like, okay, I had a horrible day today. I want to crack someone's skull, but it's not fair for me to do this to my wife, or it's not fair for me to do this to my children. When I
Right.
walk in, I'm beating everybody because I'm pissed off at my boss, or pissed off at someone who drove me bad. That's what I'm talking about. Is taking the anger out on someone who did not do it to you. So the checking at the door is just being the realization that I'm now accountable for everything that happens from here on. So my kids know, the minute like they start asking me a lot of questions and I get quiet, especially that little Nava, that Nava, she's like, am I talking too much? Yes, Nava. You need some quiet time? Yes, Nava. How much? 30 minutes. And then she'll say, Alexa, give me a timer for 30 minutes. That's her. Like, literally, she'll give me the 30 minutes. But they understand, because I don't want to now be cruel to them, because I just don't feel like being bothered. It's like, guys, I just walked in. Whatever the issues are, I'll handle it. I just need some time. Let me just debunk. Sometimes I stay in my car and it's like, why are you in the car so long? I saw the car go by 40 minutes ago. I'm like, I want to play my game on my phone. Because of course, if I come in the house, I can't play my game. If not, I'm in the bathroom. They coming in the bathroom. Everybody, I'm like, I'm on the toilet. Like, I don't understand. Why is everybody in here asking me questions while I'm on the toilet? You understand what I'm trying to say? So
Yeah.
that's the way I debunk. I just stay in my car, and sometimes I'm there for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and then I come in. So I'm better. So I'm making a concerted effort because I know you can't be happy every second. I know the reality is bullshit happens every single day, every minute, but you're still accountable for how you treat others. So this is what I'm talking about. And I'm living proof of that. So I get what everyone is saying. Not one person here is incorrect, but
Right.
it's still a choice. You still have to make a choice.
Yeah. Then
So go
it's,
ahead.
I think a partnership is when you had a hard day at work. I need you to hear me. That's what true friendship is about.
Yes.
Have a listening ear, and it goes both sides. I want to support you through your down days, and I need that too. Dane is also saying your family is the open you run to for support when I'm stressed. If I leave it at the door, I am having a build up. Um, June is saying it comes with maturity. And I would say too that set boundaries. People have to learn safe space too. I believe in safe space. So I don't want to get no attitude from you if I come home. I coming home to my safe space. Because Philia, as you know, as working moms, we have hard days at times. Sometimes my job, I have hard days when I get home, I don't even want to talk. Sometimes when I get a phone call, they don't know what happened to you. My day was real hard today, non-stop, you know? But it doesn't happen every day, and I don't take out my anger and frustration on anyone, and I don't think the other person should do that in return. I think leave it at the door. When I leave work, I don't want to hear nothing about work. This little month that I'm off, I don't have no notification. I don't have anything. I see my boss text me today to ask me if I'm still on vacation. Yes, until the 18th or the 19th. Say, okay, enjoy yourself. I don't care what goes on at work, because when I'm on work, I'm in work mode. When I'm home, you want to have that quality time. You want to hear how your kids day are. Never, how was your day? What went on in school? You know, they always have a story to tell you. Mom, how you feeling? You know, you have extended family failure, but some people don't know how to differentiate, to have a boundary. And I understand what Dwayne is saying. It works both ways. It cannot be the giver and then you just taking, or it cannot be the taker and you're not giving. It has to be balanced in our whole life, not only in a relationship. It works like that on your job and everything else too, I think.
Yes, Phyllis, 100%. I do agree with you. Dane, yes, 100%. And I think was it Marina that mentioned, oh no, might have been June about the checking at the door means
Yeah,
that you're gonna have pent
like
up
Marina. Yeah,
frustration. Yes. So I was saying that it won't be pent up because you're still checking at the door, meaning it's not that you're just dropping everything and not talking about it when you come home. What it is that saying I had a bad day, I don't want to talk about it because I'm still angry about it. But it's the way you're still communicating with the person that's home or with the people that are home. That's what I'm saying. So checking is really just a mental check. Mental note, hey, these people didn't do this thing to me. So
right,
don't treat them fucked up about it.
right,
You still have to be mindful. That's what the checking mean. It doesn't mean drop it, don't talk about
right,
it. It
right,
doesn't mean drop it and act like it didn't happen. It just means be cognizant about your actions the minute you walk in. That's what I mean by checking. So I think I need to make myself clear about what
right,
that check means
correct.
because it means different things to different people. I just
Yeah,
want to clarify what I mean about checking it at the door. It's like, hey guys, look, I know I'm here. I know everybody wants to tell me about their day. I'm just not in a place to really receive it. So just give me some time. Give me 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, give me an hour, whatever. And I promise you I'll listen to you. And just hold your story. Write it down so you don't forget. These are the things I teach my kids from early so they get it. So nobody's sulking and it's just like, okay, mommy, and then they're gonna put that timer because when that timer goes off, they all come in there with their crazy ass story all the time. And I'm like, Jesus, you could have added 5 minutes. I And then they're like, yeah, but you told us to have integrity. Yeah. It comes back and bites me because all the stuff I'm teaching them, they're using it against me. So that's all I'm saying is like set that tone in your house. And as I said, I lived through that craziness with these toxic relationships I've been in with men who don't talk. All they want is food and sex and drugs and alcohol and all this crazy. They want you to be a pretzel in the bed, all this nonsense, and they're not giving you anything back, right?
Right.
So I've been in relationships, and then what? Because of cultural stance, because of society, because I don't want to be considered a hoe, I stick with the nonsense, and it's crazy. Like it's crazy manipulation of the way society does it. It's oppression. It's so many things. Like I feel so relieved and and I've grown so much from this craziness that I used to live. Now
Right.
I'm not in it anymore. So I can actually be objective. I'm not subjective about it. When I was subjective, I was defensive about all these things. I'm not defensive about it because I know what it feels like to be in that kind of situation. I'm not in that anymore. Anything I do, I make a choice now. And if I don't like it, I'm open. Like, hey, it's not going to work. So
Right.
if you want to lose me, keep doing this. I
Right.
never used to say that. I want to have a relationship, so I won't say anything, and I'm
Right.
gonna be oppressed, and I'm gonna take the crap, and what? What? I must be losing my mind, and that's the way I was just up until 2 years ago, or less than 2 years ago. I was still that human being that still thought like that.
Right.
Don't do that anymore. So check yourself means just mental note, like, hey, this is not your enemy you're walking into, so just know that. But you can still tell them you had a bad day. You can still say I don't feel like talking about it. You can say right now I want to be alone. You can still do all those things without forgetting the problem. It's just saying I acknowledge that I'm not in the greatest of mood to deal with you right now. That's all I
Okay. Listen,
need.
Dwayne, I'm just too much of a lover boy. Come,
Yes, we here. I can tell.
come lay, come lay up under my arms and say, baby, my day was rough. Just come on and hug me for a while. I am that kind of man. I won't push you away because that's not how I was raised. Come, let's go for a walk and talk. Let's take a bath together and unwind. Have some wine, relax. Come talk my ear off if you need, and let's laugh about it. Oh, June, that's right. Separate and decompress. Dwayne is saying we don't strive to laugh enough in relationship. True. We also need to give our partners grace to be human by knowing some days they may or more grumpy or stressed than others. And we have to be okay to let them be humans. Dwayne, if we appreciate our partners from a space of love at all times, we will be in a better space as a community. Brooklyn in the house, Eddie Kelly. Dwayne, I ain't lying to tell you. Dwayne on the marker tonight.
Yes, Dwayne. Yes, all
Yeah,
great
good
points, and I'm glad it's coming from a male
man.
perspective,
Yes.
because too many times we inundate this platform, and society is always a woman's perspective. So thank you, Dwayne, for being transparent and
And
for
I'm
being
so happy that we're not man bashing
no
anybody.
bad bashing. Nope,
You
this
know,
is not
and
about
we
bashing.
having
This is just
a
about
good
honesty.
constructive
Yeah, it's constructive.
conversation, and we
Absolutely.
learning stuff from Dwayne, you know, of the
And
way
also these
it
women, like we're hearing how the women view the point. So I'm glad, and Dwayne can come back with a counter or rebuttal, because
yes.
that's what we want. So thank you all for participating. We really appreciate your comments and your
Yes,
testimonies.
yes, 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 yes. I think I think people get a lot of it, and I think that, you know, it's all about learning and growing, you know, if people are open to it. And again, Dwayne made some good points tonight, and I'm so happy that we have a male who is really speaking up, because we really don't have the males that comes on and really talk to us. You know what I mean, Talia? So it was a good perspective
Very
to
good.
hear his point of view of, you know, his side. And
Right.
we, some women, have to stop being concrete jungles out there.
Yes.
to
Like
the
he mentioned,
significant.
coming home and your woman is an
Yes.
ice princess. Because
Right.
I've been accused of that. As gentle and great as I am, I've been like, oh, you don't cry, you don't this. And I'm like, I think I put up a wall from being hurt so much. So
Right.
I just don't get too involved. I don't fall in love because it's like I'm gonna get hurt anyway. So how do you go into a relationship already defeated? That's
Right.
terrible. So I would go into these relationships defeated because I'm like, I already know you're gonna cheat. I already know you're gonna fuck up. I already know you're gonna do all these horrible things. So why am I getting all emotionally involved with you? So whatever you want to do, do it. Whatever. It's not going to define me. It's not going to dictate me. But that's living a lie as well. You understand what I mean? Because
Yes.
at the end of the day, why should I accept somebody who would do that to me? Then I should just be walking away. But then I don't walk away. But then I also am not madly in love with them. So it's like we just wasting each other's time for
Right.
years, be in this crazy, unproductive relationship,
Time
toxic
that you cannot
relationship.
get back.
And you can't get it back. So
You
now I've
just get
lost a
cobweb on a
decade.
shelf.
Right. I've lost a decade and a half of my life with nonsense, knowing I wasn't in love with this person and I stayed anyway. So
Right.
I can't get it back. And now I'm trying to recoup those things, but be smarter about the way I recoup, So I'm also a living testimony of being on that side and now being on the new side. The new side
Right.
is making a concerted effort to be more aware of the partner you're with. Like you find a partner
Are you
like
more conscious now of your the
my
way?
actions and the way I
Yes.
go about it.
Yes.
Absolutely. Like I know at the beginning of my relationship with Juan, it was like, you so strong, you don't cry for anything. You cry in movies, but you don't cry when someone is giving you a beautiful gift and all these flowers and roses. And I'm like, it's not that. It's like I appreciate it, but that's not my love language. The gifts is not my love language. It's nice, but for me, an act of service is my love language. So when you do something nice, like get my kids from school or take my mom some to the hospital, that
Right.
gets me like, what, oh my god, because that's my life. You know how busy I am. So if
Right.
someone can alleviate that for me, you've
Right.
gotten my heart, right? The gift giving is beautiful, it's nice, I like nice gifts, but I also feel like I can buy my own gifts.
Right.
I know
No,
it's a gift,
you have to
but
renew
I
that
can also,
thinking. Renew the
right, I can,
thinking. Renew it.
right. So it's almost like that. It's like there's nothing you can get me that I can't get myself.
Yeah,
But
that's a bad thinking there, Philia.
no. I'm saying this is the way I
Yeah.
was feeling
Yeah.
at the beginning. That's why I'm
Right.
saying I had to learn not to
Right.
block my blessings. Now I don't
Right.
block it. That's why I got a
Right.
whole bunch of gifts now because
Right.
I had to learn I could stop thinking like that. That is stinking thinking. But
Yeah.
that's also because of the failed relationships. That was my defense, my wall that I built up because I wasn't getting men that was gifting me a lot of stuff.
Right.
I was having crappy guys who would come home and not talk to me, or not play or spend time with the children, but they want my time and they
Right.
want to dictate my time, and I allowed it. I can't blame them. They are who they are, but I'm
Right.
also who I am, and I allowed that relationship to go on, and made it common and made it okay. So I'm no longer making it okay.
Right.
I'm demanding things, but I'm also, like you said, I'm also aware of how I'm treating the person I'm with. I can't make him pay for the stuff these guys did to me.
Right.
So
It's
there are
not fair.
times there are times we get into a little tiff, and might be we'll agree to disagree, and I'm like, yeah, you see, that reminds me of so and so and so, and it's like, you're not the same person. I can't keep, every time he does something that's a slight reminder, I'm going back to the old relationship
Yeah,
again.
that's not healthy anyhow.
It's
That's
not
toxic.
healthy. Right,
Right.
exactly. So this was at the beginning. I mean, now it's 2 years now, but at the beginning we were logging, like bumping heads too much,
Right.
because
But as
one,
June say, it takes work. It
it
takes
takes
work.
work.
Yeah.
Exactly. And now
And
we're
no
in a
two
very
person is the
healthy,
same. Always remember that.
right? We're healthy. We pray. There's something I always say. It's like I used to say, oh, a family that prays together stays together. That was cliche until I started really doing it.
Right.
And it's like day, morning, night. There's never time, no time that we miss it. Like, and when we don't, I think there was once we didn't because of an argument, and we prayed to God to forgive us. It's like, how an argument is going to prevent us from praying with each other? How dare we? Suppose God would have taken our lives that day, like, or
Right.
one of us, we would have felt so horrible that we didn't even do. We made an argument take us away from our job. You understand
Right.
what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So that was the first, and we were like, we pray that that will ever be the last. So being in a relationship now that I could pray with somebody, be in Bible studies with them, be in small group discussion, that to me has helped my
Strength.
insecurities.
Help it
Yeah,
grow too.
yes, it's growth, there's maturity. If something comes up, we can have healthy conversations about it without fighting and talking about the past. So I'm really in a great place, and I'm just grateful, and I know it will continue to grow well, but I almost feel grateful for those horrible things because I think my next, God willing, next 20, 30, 40 years that God has me on this earth, it's I'm going to be happier because those mistakes that I made with those past relationships and not knowing my worth prevented me from living my true happiness.
Right.
So, yeah, that's
And
my take
Dwayne
on
is
it.
saying, and to be honest,
Hmm.
honing and cheating is the easiest thing to do.
Yeah,
Being mature and
and
choosing to
faithful
work through the
is
rough
hard.
days is the biggest challenge of character.
Well
And
said, Dwayne.
June is saying, learn to understand your partner. It's not a race. So you're not racing with one another. As
Hmm.
I say, a relationship, a marriage is a partnership. Cannot be a one side thing. It has to be
Yeah,
both parties coming together, making decisions, and doing all of this stuff. But
absolutely.
in wrapping up now,
Hmm.
um, for those that missed the motivational Monday, you all could look it over. We did had a voice note of a young lady, and it was lie to me. That's what the heading was, and it's not lie to her physically. She's starving for attention,
Right.
and the to boil it down is that leave your burdens at the door. Work is work, and when you come home to your family, give them the love and attention they need because they wouldn't be around forever.
Mhm.
And cherish one another. That is what I would say within this scenario here. Philia, what's your sum up?
No, that is a beautiful sum up. I don't want to taint it. Well said, sis. Thank you.
Yes. All
Yes,
right.
and we hope that all of you have gone away with some type of enlightenment, and even if it causes a small spark, it's a spark in a great direction. It's important to value yourself, value the people who are around you and the
Right.
people who love you. Don't shit
Yes.
on the people who love and honor you. It's
Yes.
not right. I know sometimes we hurt the people who are closest to us because they're
Yes.
accessible. It doesn't
Yes.
mean it's the right thing to do. So make a conscious and concerted and be intentional about your relationships with your loved ones.
And I
That's my
think
thing.
hurt people hurt people. I
Hurt
always
people.
say that.
Yes.
And June is saying tomorrow is not promised. Don't
Yes,
take
June.
life for granted.
Yes.
And I think that is a very true statement. I live
Hmm.
by it. What you
Hmm.
could do today, don't wait for tomorrow. You
Yes.
know,
Amen.
again,
Amen.
set your boundaries, respect,
Hmm.
love in the house always.
Love in the house.
Hope
And
that,
always remember to be kind to one another.
oh yeah, always. And then Dwayne get 10 out of 10 tonight for
Dwayne,
being
I
the
don't know. I
male
think
on the
I think Dwayne
platform.
got to be on the next Bachelor if he's already not not involved because he's hitting points. Man, you're gonna have a slew of women on the list.
No, and they can go back and read some of the points,
Yes, yes.
um he made some really, really good
Some
points
very
tonight.
valuable
Yeah.
points. Thank you
And
from your
everybody who
perspective.
contributed tonight too.
And
We
all
hear from
June and
different
Marina and
women,
Dane
June
and
and
all the other
Bobo and
women,
Dane and
Nicole,
everybody.
thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much for your
commenting.
input. Yes, yes.
Yes,
It was
we
a very good
appreciate you.
topic. Oh, he said, I'm spoken for, my dear. I'm
Oh,
spoken
it's
for, yes.
okay. Pour
Yes.
pour us. Okay, thank you.
That means hands off. Okay?
Hands
Yes.
off, hands off.
Dwayne has Yolanda is his fiance and very nice
Oh,
couple. Yeah.
that's nice. Congratulations to both of you. That's
Yeah, I know
awesome.
Dwayne through my niece Leslie, and then he became my friend too, both of them.
Oh,
So love in the
nice.
house, but
Love
we always
always.
like to
Beautiful. Thank you. I think this was a wonderful discussion, everyone. We really appreciate all of your efforts, your testimonies, and your comments. Always
yes.
like and subscribe. Continue to share this platform. I think it's wonderful. I'm grateful to be on with my beautiful co host, Phyllis, and
Yeah.
I love all of you.
Love you in the house. Have a blessed and wonderful week, guys. And
Yes.
this week here in Trinidad is Carnival week.
All
So there's
right.
a lot of parties. Be safe out there. Have a designated driver. Don't drink and drive. If you know you want to drink and drive, take a taxi and have someone who's not drinking to take you to and from your home safely, your hotel, so that you can reach back home safely to your family. All right? Have a
Have
blessed
fun,
and
be safe.
wonderful and
Okay.
safe
Yeah.
night. All right?
All right.
But I do provide rent, a
Mhm.
husband service. That doing you hear we bad here? He say, but I do provide rent a husband service. Yep, be safe, everyone. And if you're playing mass, Marina, be careful.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself and have fun, everyone.
Have
Be
fun.
blessed.
Bye, everybody.
Love you
All right.
guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
Thank you, Philly.
Thank you, beautiful. Love
All
you.
right.
Bye.
I love you too. Bye.